Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Tyler, math teacher at Southwest, and I wanted to explain our math courses that we're offering at Southwest and make the process of navigating through to choose your next math course a little easier. So first let's talk about the section number. When you go in to look for a course, you're going to see letters and numbers associated with that course. The first two numbers will designate which campus is offering that course. Pay particular attention to this if it is an in-person class. If you sign up for a class that begins with 5-5, for example, you would need to go downtown to meet that class. The letters also are important to designate what type of course they are. If your section number has the letter P, that means that it is paired. So two courses must be taken simultaneously the same semester. For example, our Math 100 and 150 are paired, and also our Math 50 and 65 are paired, and that particular section is for those students who are coming into Jefferson that have tested at the Math 5-5 level. H in the section number means it's a hybrid, so it meets only one time a week, so half the classes in person, half the classes online. R means redesign. Redesign classes allow you to take your module test 3 times to get a better score. You have 2 weeks to do that. But your midterm and final are taken only one time. They also have a component of going to the math lab so that you can get even extra help with your math there. A Z means the class is totally online. That means that you do not meet with your instructor except online, but you may be required to come to campus, especially for taking proctored exams, and there could be up to 2 of those. And then you would need to go to the testing center to take those exams. And all of our Math 6-5 and Math 8-5 courses at Southwest are redesigned format, unless they're online, but they will not have an R in them. You will just know that if you're taking Math 6-5 or 8-5, that you will have that option of retesting. So now the overall pathway of our math courses, depending on where you start, begins in, for some people, begins at Math 6-5. So Math 6-5 students also need to take the Math 50. Once you've taken the Math 6-5, then you can progress to 146 or 8-5 or 150. And 146 and 150 are both college level math, and for some of you that's all the math you'll need. If you go beyond the 146, these are the options that we have at Southwest. I'm going to get into more detail on these on the next slide. Suppose you are starting math at Jefferson beginning in Math 6-5, which has the required 50 workshop with it. So that would be 2 classes with the same instructor. The first class would be your Math 50, where you learn more about being a college student and get extra math help and content there, or you may just be in a regular 6-5. Either one of the 6-5 classes allow you to skip Math 8-5 if you make an A or a B and move to either our contemporary math, the quantitative reasoning, which is 146, or you may go to a special 150, which is a 150 with a 100 workshop. Now this one is also 2 classes, so you would have your Math 150 class, and then you would meet for another class with that same instructor for extra help with the content. So either way, with that A or B, you're skipping Math 8-5. Of course, you still have the option of taking Math 8-5, and people who are going to regular 150 and then on to calculus may want to consider taking 8-5, just so they have a really strong foundation in those concepts that they would need in the higher level mathematics. One of the important things to remember here is this is an opportunity to accelerate through the sequence between 6.5, 8.5, and then the college level math, but it also requires more time each semester since we are requiring you to take labs each time. And then once we get beyond that level, so we're at the college level math, either you take 146 or 150 and then you're completed your math requirement. If you're an elementary school teacher, if that's the degree you're working on, then you would want to take the math 205, 206, and you may take that either after the contemporary math or the college algebra. And then of course the college algebra also is the beginning step on the pathway to the upper level mathematics, including trig, the brief calculus, or to the calculus sequence or statistics. So I wanted to talk to you a minute about online classes. I know many times students think that they don't really like math that well and an online class would be the easiest way to take their math. However, we want you to be successful, and so it's important to think about these ideas I have listed here if you're considering taking an online math class. For example, if math has always been a difficult subject for you, or if you really feel like you need a teacher to keep you on track because you're not that well motivated, or you can get distracted and procrastinate on getting your homework done, you feel like you don't know how to study math as well as you do your other courses, or you can't seem to get organized, then you may want to reconsider taking an online class. So if any of these statements describe you, then it would be a good idea for you to talk to one of our math instructors or to your FYE instructor about whether or not an online class would be a good idea for you. So we're asking you to be proactive and be prepared before you choose your classes. When you look at this picture, if you're not prepared and not paying attention, what could possibly go wrong? Well, we see this is not going to end well at all. So if you have questions, you may contact me. I've included my email address here. I'll be happy to help you select your next math course or visit our advising center. Have a wonderful day.